My name is John Hare. I'm the developer of Defiant IMMUNADE lozenges, and today I'm here with Dr. Tracy Gilson, who I've known for a long time through work, and she's also a user of our IMMUNADE product, as well as, and this is a disclosure, she's also a shareholder in our company that is doing a phase 2 clinical trial for treatment for C. difficile infection. But part of that qualification, from the disclosure, is that she was a user of the IMMUNADE first, to the point where she understood how good the technology was, which prompted her to then become a shareholder. Anyway, Tracy, thanks for joining us today, and give us a little bit of information as to what got you on to using the Defiant product to begin with.
Yeah, thanks, John. Happy to be here. I started with a stomach infection about 7 years ago, and in order to get rid of the stomach infection, I was on antibiotics and a PPI.
What was it that you had?
H. pylori.
Oh, okay.
And so it requires 2 antibiotics and a PPI. And so part of that took a couple weeks to get through it, and then I bumped into you and we were discussing being on a PPI. And I don't like to be on long-term medication, and so I started taking the lozenges along with the PPI. I gradually backed off the PPI, and my acid reflux was gone. And I've been on the lozenges ever since. I take 7 every morning, and I used to use them just when I traveled.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago I started taking them when I went down south for my vacation. I would take along enough while I was at the resort, and then once this happened, I just started taking them daily. So.
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing is the travelers' issues that people get when they're traveling to third world or less developed countries is typically an issue, and it's never something that is typically life-threatening, but your immune system will eventually probably get rid of your traveler's diarrhea within about 4 or 5 days, but that sort of ruins the vacation. And so the nice thing about having the Defiant IMMUNADE lozenges with you is that you can alleviate that altogether.
Oh, and very rapidly. Like within half a day, even less sometimes. You take an extra dose, and yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny. I've only had that. It happened to me once, and fortunately, I had the lozenges with me, and I was in Denmark of all places, and the last place you'd expect to come up with a food bug or that type of thing, but I'm sure it was from a Caesar salad I'd had the day before. But I was the next night bent over to the point where I'm thinking either I've got appendicitis or it is a food poisoning type of thing or something, and I started taking the Defiant IMMUNADE lozenges, and I took 5 or 10 to start with, and I took another 10, and then oh man, I was feeling bad, and finally I said, the heck with this. I took, I think, 40 at one shot, and then waited 10 minutes and took another 20, and within 15 minutes, it's completely gone, and so I was 100%. So, and we've seen that with lots of people. So, yeah. But in your case, it's great that you've had that result on the PPI. And I remember when we were talking, we were in the parking lot, we were discussing, and I said, Tracy, you just got to give it a try. It was like arm wrestling with you. I don't want to give up my PPI, and I found that, by the way, with most people who are on those proton pump inhibitors and acid drugs, they get so hooked on them. That it's like, oh, if I go off this, I'm going to be in trouble.
Well, it's very uncomfortable. You
totally.
Don't want it.
Yeah, no question. And I've had acid problems, just minor. It'd be, if I was out, having food late at night when I shouldn't be, 2 o'clock, I'll wake up in the morning with, anyway. And in my case, it was the solution was a glass of milk, typically. But even in my case now, I've been taking the Defiant lozenges now since 2016, and I have not had one hint of acid. Yeah. Since then, and so which again, it wasn't a major problem with me, but for a lot of people who have acid reflux as a long-term issue, they're really hard pressed to go off those drugs, because they I don't want to get back to that again. So I say, don't go off the drug at all. Go on to our stuff and just keep taking them both at the same time, and eventually you're going to feel that, well, why am I taking this other drug? I don't need it. So thanks for your time today, and anything else you'd like to add at all?
No, my pleasure, and good luck with our other venture. I'm looking forward to future successes.
Great, thank you.